So how to help anxiety. Personally, I've used certain things to help me with my anxiety, and in this video I'm going to share 5 of the best strategies with you right now. Hey, what's up? I'm Dan. I have Asperger syndrome, ADHD, and anxiety. I make weekly videos on autism and mental health, so if you're new around here, consider subscribing to learn more. In this video, I'll be sharing 5 strategies, life hack tips of how to help anxiety that you may not have already heard of. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Aspie world. It's so nice to have you here. So last week I did a video on 10 of the most common anxiety symptoms, which I'll link in the description below or in a card above here somewhere. This week, we're gonna really focus on how to help anxiety. So let's get stuck in. So these are 5 ways that you can deal with anxiety. And some of them may be super kind of obvious, but sometimes it's the obvious ones that we always forget. I know this kind of all too well when I see something and I think, oh wow, it was just that simple and I just didn't think about doing it. So hopefully you take something away from this video, and I really hope you do, and I hope this helps. So number 1, again, really kind of obvious, but it's reaching out to friends. Now, a lot of people when they are having like panic attacks or an anxiety attack or feeling really anxious tend to kind of curl up in a ball and not actually want to go out and talk to anybody or want to do anything because it's overwhelming. You know, the anxiety is overwhelming, it's riddling them and they can't do anything. But the best thing to do in a situation, or one of the best things to do in a situation, is actually reach out to a friend. So text a friend, phone a friend, reach out via iMessage or FaceTime them or Skype them, whatever you feel is like the best way to contact them, because it's that old saying, you know, a problem shared is a problem halved. And when you have support from somebody you love, like a friend or a family member, they're able to kind of, you know, I don't know, rock you out of it a little bit, and it makes you feel a little more normal, should I say. And I know it's not kind of not using the word normal, but it makes you feel a little bit, yeah, okay, you know, I'm talking to this person. You forget all of the bad negative stuff and the anxiety that's kind of like coming over you at that moment in time, and you start focusing on fun things like talking to friends about stuff that you, I don't know, may have forgotten about that's made you laugh or something like that. So I find it's very important, and it's highly effective when you're dealing with things like anxiety and stress or depression. So number 2, again, this is a super obvious one, but then again, maybe it isn't that obvious, and a lot of people don't do it. So a lot of people don't breathe properly, and what I mean by that is we shallow breathe. We don't actually take in a really deep breath and expand our chest and our bellies, and by not doing this, we're not actually expanding our lungs properly and breathing in properly. And one of the quick ways to calm down if you're starting to feel anxious, or you're starting to think, hey, maybe I'm gonna become anxious very soon because I'm starting, you know, to feel the tingles or I'm going that way, one of the best ways to off-put that is to do deep breathing. And how you do this: you put your feet flat on the floor and put your hands on your knees, sit back, and then as you breathe in through your nose and expand your belly out, and as you expand your belly out, you fill that void with air, and then you exhale through your mouth, but actually count to 10 as you do that, and push out all the air from your belly. Now, if you do this 3 times, you'll feel so much better. If you're feeling anxious or starting to feel anxious or not feeling too confident in something, this is definitely excellent for helping calm you down, helping calm some nerves, helping calm anxiety. I found it highly effective, and I was told this trick by a counselor when I was going through therapy, and she said to do this, so we did it then and there, and it's been so effective ever since. And I do this a lot when I'm facing things that I get anxious over, like, I don't know, traveling or a dentist or whatever. Okay, so number 3, this is an odd one, and I find this really cool, and I stumbled across this by accident and realized that it was a strategy I was actually using subconsciously and not really knowing that I was doing it. Now, this one is inspiration, and what, you know, inspiration, what the heck does that mean? So what I was doing, this is an example of how I did it, and I'll tell examples of how you guys can do it. And basically, when I was feeling anxious or very unmotivated through anxiety, I basically put on Fight Club. It's my favorite movie, and I find it so poetic and inspirational and motivating. I'd put it on and I'd watch it just in the background, and by having that in the background and just listening to it, it gave me some motivation, and it helped kind of diminish all the anxiety I was feeling at the time and really got me motivated, which I found really helpful. Now, one of the things I would say to you guys is that why not get some inspirational quotes on your iPod or your phone or whatever you use, and then download them, put them on there. It could be like Alan Watts, could be anybody who's like a really good inspirational speaker, and get some inspirational, like, you know, Buddha quotes, anything like that makes you feel pumped to be alive. And then you like download them, put some headphones in, go out for a walk or a drive and just listen to them, because by doing this it will help reduce the anxiety and then get you psyched to do something really motivated. Because the idea is that when anxiety comes over, it's involuntary, and what you want to do is voluntary push it out, and the only way to do that is have voluntary positivity. So you can control the positive input of like inspirational quotes into your life, but you can't control the involuntary negative thoughts of anxiety. So you need to kind of flip that on its head. So push in positive inspiration and motivation when feeling anxious. It's so effective, and I find that this helps me a bunch load, not only with like anxiety, but it helps me when I'm feeling down with depression. It helps me when I'm coming into autism meltdowns. I mean, it's such a huge one. And if you're interested in learning more about autism or Asperger syndrome, I'll leave a link in the card above here somewhere with 5 of the most common Asperger symptoms, just so you can see the other condition that I actually have as well. Just to interject, guys, if you're liking this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps the video so much, and I'd really appreciate if you like the video, just give it a thumbs up. It'd be awesome. Okay, so number 4 is one of my personal favorites. I love this. Now, being a chemist myself, I love experimenting with different things to see what I can make flavor-wise in the kitchen, and one of the best things I like to do is juicing. Asperger syndrome doesn't help too kindly to learning how to cook and skills in the kitchen, but chemistry has lent me to making juices and like drinks and stuff like that, which is kind of cool. Not alcoholic drinks, I mean like health juices, because I'm quite into juicing, and yeah, so this one is super awesome. It's definitely one of my favorites. Now, this is an anxiety juice, I guess you would call it. I call it green juice. A lot of people call it all kinds of stuff, but it's basically an anxiety juice, because certain fruits and vegetables and foods can help you feel less anxious, help you feel less depressed, and help you feel more happy and more relaxed and more calm. And foods are awesome for doing that. So I'm going to give you a little recipe on how you can make your very own juice to help with your anxiety when you're having an anxiety attack, or you're having a panic attack, or you're feeling anxious, or you're feeling nervous. This is a really cool juice, and I try and have it every other morning, but it always turns out that I only have it like 2 times a week, which is sad, because I'd really like to have it every single day, but I think it's best to have it maybe 3 times a week. But if you're not really into having it every single day or every single week, then just have it when you feel like you're having an anxiety attack or you're having a panic attack. Okay, so it's a very simple recipe. It's kale, spinach, carrot, orange, and lemon. Now, what you can do is do 2 things. You can put them into a juicer and just juice out the nutrients from it, so just like a clear juice and no pulp, or you can put it all into a blender, chop it up, skin included with the lemon but not with the orange, and then just blend it right up and drink it as like a smoothie. So you can have a green juice or a green smoothie. I prefer the juices when I'm doing green juices, but I actually do like the smoothies, so sometimes I just like to mix it up a little bit and have it. They both have the same effect. One is easier to drink than the other. If you're not really into smoothies, I guess that is the overall outcome of that. But highly effective nonetheless, and please check it out. Okay, so number 5 is again an obvious one, but something that is always overlooked, and I feel like I overlooked this for years. So I was having anxiety attacks for years, I was having panic attacks for years, and I never looked into this area of it, and it just kind of like was so obvious when I thought about it, or when I learned about it. And it's exercise. Now, trying to get daily exercise is difficult, but you don't have to think too crazy about it. 3 times a week I go for a run. I run on a Monday, Wednesday, and a Friday, and I do 2 miles every time I run. So I run 2.2 miles, and it's really good. What this does is it floods your body with endorphin and helps you feel really awesome and motivated and really like psyched. And by doing this, it kind of reduces the ability for anxiety kind of to creep up and kick you. So on the days where I'm not running, I like to go out for a walk. So I'll take the dog out for a walk pretty much every day anyway, but I'll make sure I'll take it for a longer walk on the days like a Tuesday and then like a Thursday and like a Saturday and a Sunday, so that I'm still exercising and I'm still using my body. If you're really into exercise, that is super awesome. I would just say go to a gym and exercise. If you're not really into exercising, I would highly recommend getting a bike or going for a walk or going for a hike or something going to get you outdoors, get you breathing in fresh air, get your blood moving around, get your body pumping, and gets that endorphin level kind of like really up, so you feel pumped and you feel less likely to have an anxiety attack or a panic attack. But I'm not going to stop there. I'm actually going to give you guys a bonus one. This is number 6, a bonus tip just for you. And quickly, before we get into number 6, if you feel like this video is really helpful and could help somebody else, please share it on social media, because I feel like I want to make this content to help people. So if you think it can help someone, please share this video, because hey, we'll be doing something awesome for the community. Okay, so number 6, this is a bonus one, and I thought this is like really cool to put in here. This is an obvious one to me, but it may not be obvious to everybody, but it's getting involved with other groups. Now, if you are like me and you don't really like socializing, one of the cool ways to get involved in groups is to get involved with the gamer community. Now, getting involved with groups and community builds a community vibe, and it helps you kind of have a bigger friend base, and it also helps you connect with people who have similar interests. Now, by getting involved with something like, it could be a community group, it could be a church group, it could be a gaming society, it could be an online gaming society, an online forum for anime, it could be absolutely anything. But the cool thing about it is you have a sense of community. You can go on there when you're feeling anxious and just start talking, and people will talk to you, and they'll just be completely non-judgmental. They'll want to talk to you about your cool topics, things that make you feel happy and feel pumped, and this will offset any rubbish that the anxiety is making you feel. And I find this so powerful, and it's something that we overlook now because we just Google everything and we just watch videos, and we don't actually connect in the community. I have links in my description to a Facebook fan group for my YouTube channel right here, right now, so if you want to connect with other people who are watching this video, you can do. The link is in the description below. And also, if you want to reach out to me on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook or anything, all the links are in the description. Just tweet me or Facebook me. I will always be happy to talk to you. What are some of the ways that you have helped overcome anxiety or relax during an anxiety attack or a panic attack? I would like to know. Please leave a comment with your reply down below, and let's talk. I read every single comment and I will reply to every single one. If you'd like to learn more about mental health and autism, please click the subscribe button here. If you'd like to see my last video from last week, it's over here. And here is a video that YouTube think you will like. Thanks for watching, guys.